Hello and welcome back to another siege battle on everyone's favorite settlement, Telefordoon. Or is it Telefordoon? I don't know. I mean, we all know that this settlement goes by many names, because they basically, Creative Assembly just did a cookie cutter type thing, and that's about it. Anyway, we got a 3v3 of some just absolute powerhouses. I mean, you can see it in the background there. We got two attacking Romes, backed up by a Carthaginian player. And then defending, we have Macedon, Seleucid, and a Rome. So let's get into the players on the battlefield, and then we'll just kind of quickly gloss over what everyone has brought. And then, pardon me, then we'll get into it, yeah? We'll start with the defenders. Myself here as Seleucid. We have Dig Bickens as Macedon, and then Professor Ordiz as Rome. Attacking, we have Selmbeats as Carthage, Livio Scipiani as Rome, and Vibe Moment as Rome. I will say this right off the bat. This Roman player, I forget which one it is, he's newer. So for what you will see from him, please give him a pass. You know, we all got to start somewhere. And, well, yeah, cut him some slack. All right. All right. So let's get into what Rome has brought for us. We got a Roman Scorpion here, which actually, he didn't bring wall artillery, right? Yeah, okay, good. So he's got a Roman Scorpion. Got some Praetorians back here. Eagle Cohort. Evocati. Auxiliary Syrian Archers. Legatus. This is a pretty high funds game, I think. Armored Legionaries. Armoreds. Veterans. 2 Syrian Archers. Another Veteran Legionary. That's some Armoreds. Okay, okay. Macedon's got typical Macedon things. Got some thorax swords, Thurio spears, royal peltists. Got 2 thorax pikemen. And what do we got? Mercenary Cretans, right? And I'm going to say, yep, Rhodian Slingers. And then Companion Cav is his gen. Myself, I went with the Persian Light Archers just to save some money. Got, I think 1, 2, 3 units of royal peltists. 4 Thurio spears, I believe. Yep. Actually, no. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4. 4 Thurio spears. No, I lied. 5. Jesus. Sorry. 3 thorax swords here. And then 3 thorax swords here. And then I also have 2 silver shield swordsmen. That's going to round us out for the defenders, and the attackers will start way over here. This Roman guy has brought armored legionaries and 2 equites. I think we can all agree that this guy's not going to have the best of time. Carthage has brought, let's see, Samnites. Yep, noble fighters. Ooh, noble fighters on towers. That's a spicy move. Noble fighters. So we got some Cretans. Got some companion cav, noble cav, 2 African pikemen and 2 sacred band, and then looks like just some Libyan infantry in the rear. Well, not in the rear, but you know what I mean. Rome over here is brought with them. Looks like 3 Syrian archers. What do we got? Praetorian Guard, Principes, Armored Legionaries, Armoreds, More Praetorian. Oh boy, wow. 6 units of Praetorian guards. Yes, definitely a high funds unit. And General Bodyguard as his general. And Rome over here has brought with him 3 units of Socii Equites, the Roman onager. His general is the General Bodyguard. It's like only 2 Syrian archers. Interesting. Praetorian Guard, Socii Extraordinare, more Praetorians, Veteran Legionary, veterans. Looks like 4 units of Triarii, which you guys know my opinion on Roman spears, and another unit of Socii Extraordinare. Alright, let's kick this sucker off. Let's see what happens. So, already where he decided to set up, I kind of had a pretty good idea that he was going to come over here. And also, he's firing his onager, but because he's a newer player, I heard it loading. Ooh, that's not nice. He's actually taking shots at this. He's going after my ballista, which is not what I would be going after. So immediately I'm trying to fire in on these super expensive Praetorian Guard units and get rid of as many of them as I possibly can. But unfortunately, he moves them out of my line of fire, and so I say, hey, fuck you, I'm just going to turn my ballista and start firing in on these guys. Now, if you're wondering why shots are going this way, it's because when you manually move your ballista, you have to click left alt and then right click, but it'll just start firing, automatically firing. And then sometimes you get lucky and you can turn it off, but for the most part you can't, unfortunately. So, so now, naturally what I'm doing is just getting some absolute devastating rips on these armored legionaries. Ooh, look at that! Nice. So naturally just trying to use this up as quick as I can, which won't be hard since it's auto-firing. Managed to take out Macedon's Greek Bastion Ballista, unfortunately. He probably should have set it up like over here or something instead. Instead of way over here. Unless maybe he just forgot to move it. I don't remember. Either or. So now, he's moving his Syrian archers over here to back up his unit of veteran legionaries. And, so, you know, these guys, along with the arrow tower, are going to have just prime time shooting gallery with these armored legionaries. And actually, well, looks like he actually got some kills with his ballista, but still, I would have moved it over here somewhere instead. Personally, that's just me. So now we can see the Rome's just slowly moving over here, and I'm waiting for him. Shifting back some of my Thurio spears, moving up my 1 unit of Persian light archers so I can set them up right over here. And then when these armored legionaries land, I'll just get some nice shots right into the back of them as they're engaged with these thorax swordsmen. And still, the Roman player is just trying to knock this down, even though the ballista is not there anymore. Again, he's a newer player, so gotta give him a pass. Is landed on the walls.
Firing your targets!
Now they're going to be engaged by some thorax swords. You can see my archers are engaging, trying to get shots into the back of these guys. Back over here, this Roman player still just slowly but surely he's making his way. Taking some time, but That's giving me time to help my allies and trying to whittle away this this attack as much as I possibly can. Now, for future reference, what he should be doing is moving this up a little bit more, and then he can get some like really nice shots into this blob right here, right? Because that would be the best bet. So here we go, setting up, gonna get some nice shots into the sides. I'm actually aiming for these guys right here because that's my best bet. Back over here, Macedon and Rome are showing a united front, attempting to deal with these guys. But unfortunately, there's a huge gap right here that Carthage can just absolutely exploit. And Rome sees that. Looks like he's shuffling around some troops. Gonna get these guys in here to set up and hopefully hold these mercenary Samnite warriors. But they're just gonna get a great rear charge and then these armored legionaries. Rome needs to get his units over here quickly so he can help deal with these guys. He also needs to be moving these auxiliary Syrian archers up on this hilltop over here, so it has sort of an overwatch that he can fire down. Because right now these guys are facing in column formation this way. So if he can get his archers over here and start firing into the side of the Samnites, he'll have a much better time. Back over here, we got 2 units of armored legionaries and veteran legionaries. And yeah, they're just having not a great time right now. And they're going to have an even worse time when they try and charge through the gate and hot oil is dumped all over them. So over here, decided to charge out and kind of be a bit of a nuisance. Actually charged out while some of his men were disembarking, and I caught some of these guys off out in the open. So now I'm just trying to delay these guys as much as I can, be as big as a nuisance as I possibly can, and hold up his troops from advancing any further. Over here, he's finally made some of his way over with his Shriari and his veteran legionaries and his auxiliary Syrian archers. So I've had to go and pull back some of my troops. I tried setting up something of a kill box, but you know, I mean, the units kind of decided to do their own thing. And now we have Praetorian Guard coming up. So I'm actually going to move these Thorio spears over here to throw some of their jabs at these Praetorians as they start to come off. You can see I'm shifting these guys around, moving this unit of Thorio spear over here. I want to contain this as much as possible. These 2 units I want to contain as much as I possibly can. Now over here, I'm actually firing on these Persian light archers, auxiliary Syrians with my Persian lights, just trying to whittle them down a little bit. And here we go. Triaria have landed, and they're going to have something of an uphill battle against my thorax swords, but if I remember correctly, this ends up being quite a brawl over here. Over here, Carthage is in full swing. Pardon me. Really giving Rome a run for his money, and they're pushing, not pushing through. I mean, they're just pushing. Looks like my allies managed to either surround him or get him to the side, but still, it's not going to be enough. These armored legionaries are doing a pretty good job here against these Principes and armored legionaries with the assistance of another unit of armored legionaries. It looks like these thorax swords from Macedon are going to charge in to help back them up. Roman generals coming in, probably going to pop an ability. Yep, there we go. Back over here, these guys have been completely routed. There's only 16 guys left. Oof. That's rough. And now again, these guys are firing, so that's good. These guys are firing too, actually. Actually, that's a really great angle that they have. They're getting onto the sides of these mercenary Samnite warriors. And it's their weapon arm too, so that's even better. So hopefully they'll be able to allow these armored legionaries to last a little bit longer with the arrow fire that's coming in, and take some more guys down with them before they break ultimately. But unfortunately, these Cretans are firing in as well. I mean, yeah, they probably don't have an angle on them, unfortunately. Back over here, Macedon is doing what he can to contain Rome, who's just piled in his troops. I've come over here with my thorax swords to help back them up, throwing their jabs into the mix. What do they got here? Artillery slingers. Yeah, I don't want those. They're going to get shot at by the auxiliary Syrian archers. So there we go. I've charged in my thorax swords. I wish that you could, with thorax sword, do the same with the peltis and fire it at who you want with the jabs, but fortunately you cannot. So now over here, got some more Triarii coming up. Just going to charge in with what we got, thorax swords and silver shield swordsmen. These Praetorians just kind of just sitting here, not really doing much of anything. There's only 88 guys left, but it's still a scary unit. So I'm going to bring over a unit of my Thurio spears. I got these guys in score formation, and these guys are going to plop over here and set them in score formation as well. And I'm actually going to start to recapture the gate also. Back over here, looks like, what are we firing on over here? Looks like he's trying to get into the meat of this Carthaginian force. Looks like one of my ally Rome's units was just routed up for the battle, unfortunately. I mean, attacking Rome is just doing a bang-up job of whittling away my allies as best they can. Rome here, too, is just not doing great against Carthage, unfortunately. I mean, he did, yeah, the noble fighters. Scary unit. They are losing here though, so that's good. Getting these guys off the field of battle as quickly as possible will be a huge boon. Back over here, got some Thurio spears. I think I thought that this was a bit of a gap, but it wasn't really. You can see it, they get like a little caught up. So unfortunately, it looks like they just snake their way through. So I managed to pull them through. I guess that was kind of through. Don't do that, kids. Pull throughs aren't nice. Yes, come on. And then I unfortunately, this Libyan infantry, Carthage noticed, and then he does send his guys over. So I just set these guys up in square and on auto fire. But what I want to do is try and fire in on the rear of these guys as best as I can. But again, here comes Carthage, so I just set them up in square and hope that they hold on for as long as they possibly can. Back over here, got some Praetorian Guard coming in. Thorax swords naturally going to start losing against them. So, well, he's what it is, you know. His Triarii, however, are getting beat pretty badly. So we got another unit of Triarii. Slowly but surely losing. Now Rome is starting to send up more of a Socii Extraordinari. Probably going to start to push soon. So actually bring over another unit of Thurio spear behind this one, and then start to throw jabs in on those two units there. So you can see that I'm shifting around a lot of units, because this front over here is starting to break, unfortunately. What Rome really needed to do, I mean, 74, 78, so do they have ammo? Actually, they're out. What about these guys? Oh, they're out too, okay. I remember when this game happened, I saw that they were losing this, they were losing those two units, but they didn't have any ammo, so it's not that big of a deal, really. So now Rome has managed to slink by. It's going to take this unit of armored legionaries, probably charge into the back of these thorax. It's a small unit, but still, it'd be enough. Rome, my ally, has been just slowly but surely getting steadily pushed back by Carthage. Starting to bring up the Sacred Band now. Starting to break this unit Triarii, so that's good. And here we go. Torians, Sochai Extraordinary, decided to charge in against my Thurio Spears. I don't think I've noticed this yet at this point. I'm focused on what's going on over here. Because I'm just trying to break this unit of living infantry as quickly as I possibly can to aid my... actually, no. My Thurio Spears died. So yeah, we're just trying to hold this unit here as best as we can and to break it as quickly as possible. So here you can see that I take a unit of my Thorax Swords. They're going to charge in. Do they have any jazz left? Probably not. Yeah, there you go. And then I start to get my Thurio Spears up on the wall here. I wanted to try and sneak my way around so I can throw jabs in, but the Roman units are on the wall just enough that I ended up getting caught. Now he's just moved up his cab. He's going to start to try and burn down the gate. They're going to take some heavy losses from the two towers that are here. He still have some javelins. That's good. So the Spears are losing, unfortunately, but they'll hold on for a while. And there we go. Trying to move them through, but the Taurians are in the way. Now I'm starting to shift over some troops over here. I got some Royal Peltis in the mix, along with the Thurio Spears. We're just trying to hold this all back. But it's getting to the point now where we know that we have to start pulling back to make our final stand. Looks like this unit of Persian Light Archers is out of ammo. Running this unit of Thorax Swords too. Probably could have saved them actually. Probably would have been better if I had done that. Just throwing up. I love putting my Thurio Spear in square formation because they surprisingly can hold out pretty well.
Yes, you command. Advance and speed. Break quick march. Orders understood. Double time.
Now I'm just completely pulling back and getting out of here as quickly as I possibly can. It's a mad dash to hold these points here. So he's charging down his archers just to kind of hold up Carthage as much as he can for as long as he can. Did they manage to break down the gate over here? Yeah, it looks like they did. So Carthage wouldn't have been able to get his companion cab in there. So Rome's going to have to be careful. If he gets a rear charge on these legionaries, he gets some pretty good kills.
Yes, double time.
22 minutes left in this one, guys. You know, if you like what you see, please do the YouTube thing. Like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel for more top tier comment. Every little bit helps. I'm at 19 subs. I've been sitting there for a couple days now, a couple weeks actually. If we can make it to 20, that would be super cool. I know it's not like a huge milestone, but like for me personally, that would be, I don't know, just a little bit of a personal achievement, right? I mean, I say it all the time when, you know, you take back a gate or a tower, or you take a tower or a gate from whoever you're playing against, you know, small victories, they make you feel good, and that's what hitting 20 subs would be for. Plus it would be a nice even number, and not that ungodly 19. But yeah. So, as you can see, we've fallen back. Still got some fresh units back here, fresh full units for the most part. Now, if you're wondering why I didn't bring any pikes with me, it's because I don't like using them. Not that I don't think that they're not good and not you shouldn't not use them, because you should. But I don't know. I just feel that they're always the first thing to get targeted, right? No matter what. People save their ammo for pikes, and it's not worth it. I mean, you really have to try and actively get them to waste their ammo as quickly as possible in the beginning stages of the assault. And sometimes that's difficult to do. I mean, a savvy player will save a ranged unit or two solely for the point that there could be pikes on the battlefield, right? So you always got to be careful with that type of stuff. Back over here, Carthage just pulled back his companion cav. Probably not a bad idea. I mean, even if he did decide to charge in here, he'd still take heavy losses from the oil that would ultimately pour down onto his cav. So now it's just going to be a lot of shuffling troops around, getting troops in, and you know, waiting for the initial finale of the attack. Look at this. A lot of these Cretans are fine. This is what I'm talking about. 0, 2, 3. Still has plenty of ammo left. What about these Syrians over here? Only 40, 91, 52. Unfortunately, the new guy over here doesn't have any Syrians left. He's lost all of his archers. So, Rome's moving up, pouring guards. They're going to take on these guys over here. And it's going to be an all-out brawl. Unfortunately, at some point, my Roman ally did drop from the game. I think he lost his connection, unfortunately. But it doesn't really affect anything too much. I mean, I'm sure you've all been part of a game where the AI takes over and just does some absolutely bonkers shit. Thankfully, in this one, that doesn't really happen. So, kind of a waste of some fiery balls of death, in my opinion. We definitely didn't need to use them. We could have waited, because these Samnites and whatever this was could have been taken care of easily with just the units that we had here. Carthage is using fire shot, probably using fire shot to get rid of the fireballs of justice, but I don't think that works. I'm almost positive that doesn't work. So, look at this. The Roman Scorpion is getting a great shot on these pikes. One unit of pike. So they're going to start to lose some infantry sooner or later. Rome is smartly in wide stance, or whatever that's called. So pardon me. So we won't take as many casualties from the arrow fire. Back over here, it's still just a brawl. It keeps shuffling troops up over on this hill so they get a nice side shot. On these Praetorians. This is a scary unit, and I want to try and get rid of them as best as I can. Throwing in some archers. I think I'm almost positive that they ran out of ammo, actually. These guys are out of jabs, I believe, so they'll get thrown in pretty soon. Meanwhile, back over here, it's kind of just going to end up being a bit of a standoff. for a little bit. Looks like he's going to start to send up some of his
By your
pikes.
command. At the double.
And there we go. We're going to start to shift some of our ranged units over here to deal with the pikemen. We're getting Pila to hell at the moment. Sacred Band's coming up. Probably going to offer some shield protection before them. Take the brunt of the Pila and the jabs. This unit is still wavering forever. I think they waver the entire game and just like are contemplating whether should we leave, should we stay. I mean, there's no one around. We can just get the hell out of here if you want. So yeah, now just at this point we're throwing in troops over here to try and hold these guys as best as we can. It's an absolute slugfest on this right side. Meanwhile, over here, a little more nuanced, so to speak. Mastodon's going to push up his thorax spike. Thorax spikes? Thorax spikes. We got some pike on pike action. Pokey boys going in at it. And they're definitely going to start to do some serious damage. Looks like that Carthage actually pulled back his spikes. 107 guys left, only 3 kills so far. And if these guys aren't careful, yep, there we go. Smartly just clicking once on his pikeman unit to attack. Never want to double click. Because then they'll run and then they're out of that formation. Back over here. Still, it's just a slugfest. That's all that's going on over here. Just the Roman players are going to charge in some of his cab, but I mean, they're one not really going to have anywhere to go, and they're not really going to do any damage, and they're going to die pretty quickly.
Quick march.
And over another unit of Silver Shield Swordsman. Just try and plug this up as best as I can.
Form square formation.
Decided to shuttle over more of my troops over here, kind of. You know, I only have 3 over here. I am bringing my general and my other Royal Puppets unit over here. But this is my biggest concern. Because if this breaks through, then you have all these Roman units that can just flood through. Carthage pretty much isn't shit anymore. They just have the 2 units of pikes. Some of these archers here that still have ammo. Ooh, look at that. These guys are getting shot up by that ballista unit. Ooh, wow. Did he get torn in half? Oh no, it's 2 guys. Okay. I thought like he got torn in half or like his head was gone. That'd be cool, right? If Scorpion units could actually do that. So, they're moving forward. They're getting dangerously close. And if they're not careful, they're gonna get into melee. And they're just like, yeah, fuck it, we're gonna go. Don't tell us what to do. So, there you have it. Now these guys are in melee. Probably get wrecked. Although, Sacred Band, these units are pretty completed. That's good. Mastodon's pulling his Shen back. He's getting shot at. Smart move. I moved my general over here to get some buffs and to also throw his jabs when I'm good and ready to do so. But throwing it on this side, it's not the best because it's the shield arm. Ooh, pardon me. Throats can kill me lately. So they'll definitely have a better missile block chance for sure, but Any little bit helps at this point. Now I got a couple of my units breaking, unfortunately. And this right side really is becoming quite desperate. But meanwhile, the left flank over here isn't so bad. About to break the sacred band unit. And then we'll be able to actually move through. And there they go. And now we're just going to charge forward. Carthage is completely unawares. And I managed to get my Thorio spears into his archers and do as much damage as I possibly can. I actually spread them out into a thinner line so I can get into a wider area of these guys. So now all three of these units are in melee with my Thorio spear unit. And across the board, they're going to start taking casualties. Mastodon's going to come in with his Thorio spear unit, and slowly but surely we're just going to start to eat away at his archers here. And again, he doesn't, whether he doesn't care or he doesn't notice, I don't know. So, but I still have 4 units over here that are pretty healthy that I can shuffle over to here if need be. General unit has 3 kills from throwing their jabs. And again, they're just over here to buff every now and again when they can, when their abilities are up for use again. Got my archers over here. They still have plenty of ammo. In reality, they probably should have been up a little bit further at this point so I could get into these Libyan infantry or even the pikes and start firing on them. But here you go. I'm going to charge up my Silver Shield Swordsman, and we're just going to try and take the fight to them, so to speak. And over here, the fight's really starting to stall. I mean, it's amazing that we're managing to hold 3 units of Praetorian Guard, a unit of Socii Extraordinari, and a breaking unit of Triarii with severely depleted Silver Shield Swordman, Thorax Sword, Persian Light Archers, and Evocati cohort being backed up by Royal Peltasts and some Cretans and White. And I'll bring over this unit of Thorio Spears to again, gonna plop them down right over here, something like that, and fire into the sides. And here you go. Another unit of Thorio Spears. Just snuck them by. Gonna get around. I was gonna charge into the back of them, but I said, fuck it, I'm gonna go. And then try and charge into the back of these pikes and do what I can. So, let's watch this. I think they actually noticed. I don't know if he went AFK. If nature called or what, but there you go. He finally noticed, and now this unit of Thorio Spear is instead of do they have ammo? 28 kills. So they managed. Oh, they did. Very cool. So the pikes are going to start to charge in. I run away. But they got caught by the Cretans. I get them away from these pikes as quickly as I possibly can, and then just get into the meat of these cabins. So start to pull back the Thorio Spear unit, losing. I don't know what Rome's doing here. They're just like, you know, maybe at this point the player had dropped. But I mean, if you got, you know, he can get some serious kills right here if you decide to start firing point blank. But yeah, they're gonna do that. They're gonna get off the field now soon. Over here, we're starting to see some more breaking. But still, they're just throwing in some fresh units left and right. I mean, Rome's still got some fresh guys. Carthage is, for the most part, done. His Gen Cav is in. He's going to bring in his other Cav units, but at this point, it's kind of a little too late. This Thorio Spear unit managed to get rid of one of Rome's social equites. And there's going to town on the other one. They are losing, but so are the Cav. Back over on this front, still just kind of standstill. Firing their ammo, wasting it really. When there's still another unit of pikes. We had 2 units of thorax pikemen. I don't know what happened to the other one. Unless they're over. Yep, they're over here. Oh, they're foot companion. Oh, fuck. So yeah. And we're just kind of in the thick of it over here. Actually, if I had noticed, if you look right here, appears to be a little bit of a gap. I could have columned up the unit and slipped through. But they're going to bring over their African pikemen to this side and try and help. But now kind of what they're doing is, you know, they've left these 2 extremely depleted units by themselves. My Thorcus Spear's still going at it, that's great. But now they're kind of boxing themselves in here. So now we can just full-on charge forward. They're gonna fall back, and again, still they're boxing themselves in. 4 minutes left, guys. I'm gonna move my archers over. They're gonna start firing in on either these African pikemen or maybe the Carthaginian general, one or the other. And now, yeah, we're gonna charge forward. Yeah, Rome's definitely gone at this point because he's not even moving any of his troops, which is fine. In reality, I probably should have calmed these guys up, snuck them through and got in behind these guys, or even charged them with the Auxiliary Syrians, or even the Cretans here. Silver shields getting in on the infantry. There we go. Came over here. I wanted to try and get this arrow's power back in my possession, but a little too late. I noticed that Carthage is in full force moving his general over here. So yeah, it was a little too late. So I started to move Thorio's spear over to back him up. But now we're starting to have some pretty massive breaking over here. African pikes getting routed, just sustaining so much fire from these archer units. And now we can just plow on through. Mastodon's brought his general up to the front. It's going to tear through these archers, going to get into these Syrians, and we're going to start to see probably some breaking across the board here from all the attackers. Go. And yeah, we still have some pretty fresh units back here from Macedon. Rome, unfortunately, is being controlled by the AI at this point, so they can't really back us up, but not that we needed it. Because 2 Romes here are just going to start to sustain, and there it is. Massive breaking across the board. And that's gonna be it for these guys. So let's actually just fast forward, finish this up. There we have it, folks. Carthage actually managed to stand strong, but he's not doing anything. And he's just going to get completely surrounded with Persian light archers coming in first. And there we go. 10 seconds left. So I hope you enjoyed that one. This was a lot of fun to play. I remember this was a good one. Lots of communication between the three of us. And, you know, that's basically what it always comes down to. That's always key, right? Oh, it's hilarious that the music is still going. Oh, there we go. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty important to communicate with your teammates as much as you possibly can. All right. Anyway, let's get into the kills. Myself, I got 1,993, 44 for my general, 113, 67, 112, and 75 for my Persian light archers, 102, 43 for my two other Peltis units, 146 and 219 for my silver shield swordsman. And then for my thorax, 96, 137, 96, 114, 61, and 108. And then for my Thorio spears, 169, 112, 26, 16, and 131. Dig Bickus, Dig Bickens, actually, my bad. 2,502 kills, 96 for his general, 90, 181, and 107 for his archers, 0 for his slingers, unfortunately. 45 for his foot companion, 258 for his thorax pikes. Nice, well done. 211, 94, and 88 for his royal peltists. 52, 66, 98, 64, 53, 158, and 49 for his thorax swords. Not bad. 234, wow, for his Thorio spears. Well done there. 46 and 62. Professor D's with 1,972 kills. 18 for his gen, 132 for his scorpion, nice. 93, 115, 87, and 87 for his Syrians and slinger. Eagle cohort 28, 0, 121. It's Evocati 21, and armored legionaries 176, 134, 135, 173, 166, 49, and 203. And then for his one unit Praetorian, didn't have to get stuck in at all. And then his two veteran legionaries, 66 and 166. Vibe moment with 1,121 kills. Okay, Vibe moment was the newer player. 0 for his gen, 0 for his ballista or onager. 51, 4, and 25 for his cav, 62 and 0 for his archers, 245, 116, and 163 for his Praetorian guard. Those pretty good numbers. 44, 112, and 40 for his Socii Extraordinari, 37 and 29 for his Triarii. Oh, and 39 and 37. And then, or 27, and then 127 and 0 for his veteran legionaries. Livio Scipiani, 0 for his gen, 7 and 24 for his equites, 0, 94, and 66 for his Syrians. A whole lot of Praetorians. 166, 206, 292, 107, 214, and 176 for his Praetorians. 0, 131, 146, 130, 130, 154, and 105 for his armored legionaries. And then 75 for his Principes. And then Silm beats, 1,659 kills, 22 for his gen, 19 and 21 for his mercenary companion cav, 81, 55, and 67 for his Cretans, 19 and 9 for his African pikes, 35, 51 for his sacred band, 172, 129, 137, 181, and 124 for his Libyan infantry. They did really well, actually. 148 and 147 for his noble fighters, and then 92, 29, and 121 for his Sam Knights. So, guys, that's going to be it for me for today. I hope you enjoyed this one. Like I said, it was a blast to play, from what I recall. And, you know, as for Vibe moment, we all got to start somewhere. So, I mean, hopefully I get to see him again on the battlefield, and we'll either get to play with or against each other. And, you know, he'll get better. We all do, you know. You got to lose some before you can get better. So that's what else can I say, you know? you got to crawl before you can walk. Uh, so, yeah. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. As Look, they're saying, peace out.